All right, in today's explainer, we're jumping right into the wild worlds of digital real estate. We're going to solve a fascinating mystery, a valuation puzzle that's all about tech, culture, and yeah, a whole lot of money. But really, how do you do it? How do you put a price tag on a name? Is it just about how short it is, how easy it is to remember, or is there something deeper going on? That's the core question we're going to tackle because in this exploding AI economy, the right name can literally be worth a fortune. And the piece of digital real estate at the very heart of our investigation today is the domain Janeiro.ai. To figure out what it's really worth, we have to treat this like a proper case. So let's start by surveying the scene. To get the value of any single thing, you first have to understand the market it's in. And for .ai domains, well, it's not just a market, it's a full-on gold rush. And the reason for this gold rush? It's pretty simple. Money. The global AI market is on track to be worth an absolutely mind-blowing $1.8 trillion by 2030. That's not just growth, you guys. That's an economic tidal wave. And it's fueling this insane demand for one very specific digital calling card. Now, this whole boom might feel new, but the signs were there all the way back in 2023. I mean, U.ai selling for 700 grand, that definitely got people's attention. And get this, the tiny island nation of Anguilla, which controls the .ai extension, suddenly found that these domains made up a fifth of its entire government revenue. That's wild. And the momentum has only picked up, with nearly 40% annual growth and registrations quadrupling in just 3 years. This is the very definition of a hot market. And look, this isn't just hype. The data backs it up. Market analysis confirms it. These domains deliver real, tangible benefits. Their values are going through the roof because they actually pull in way more organic search traffic. So having a .ai name isn't just about looking cool. It's a serious strategic advantage for any business. Okay, so we've set the scene. A booming digital frontier, a modern-day gold rush. Now, let's zoom in and put our main piece of evidence under the microscope. Janeiro.ai itself. What exactly makes this name so special? The real power here is in the fusion of two ideas. On one hand, you've got Janeiro. In Portuguese, it means January, which is all about new beginnings, right? But it also has this incredible immediate connection to the vibrant energy of Rio de Janeiro. You pair that with .ai, the undisputed #1 signal for artificial intelligence, and boom, you get this perfect blend of global culture and next-gen tech. And that blend creates instant, real-world value. The AI part gives you immediate authority and a huge SEO boost. The Janeiro part is just so brandable. It's elegant, it's memorable, it works globally. Put them together and you have an investment-grade asset in a market that's on fire. It's even set up for the future, ready for Web3 buyers with its own ENS, or Ethereum name service identity. All right, so the brand appeal is clear. But now it's time for the fun part. We're going to follow the paper trail, look at the hard numbers, and see if we can actually crack the price code for Janeiro.ai. Because that's what it all comes down to, right? The theory is great, but what is the market actually willing to pay for domains like this? Right here, right now. Our single most important clue is a direct comparison. Check this out. Janeiro.ai is a 7-letter, non-tech word. Now look at Village.ai, which just sold for $75,000. It is also a 7-letter, non-tech word. This gives us a solid anchor point, our best piece of direct evidence for what a domain with these exact traits can fetch. So let's widen the search and look at some other recent sales. You start to see a very clear pattern emerge. Sure, a short, techie word like bind.ai can go for more, but look at the other non-tech words. Gary.ai for $75K. Our key comparable, Village.ai, also for $75K. And Sauna.ai for $70K. You see it, right? A super clear and pretty tight price range is forming for these premium single-word domains. And when you chart it out, the data is just stark. Now, the average price gets pulled up a bit by some of those big outliers, but the median, the true middle-of-the-pack number, lands squarely at $75,000. That is a really powerful signal for where Janeiro.ai should be valued. Okay, we've looked at the market. We've analyzed the name itself. We've followed the money. Now it's time to put all the pieces together and finally reach a verdict. So, what is Janeiro.ai actually worth? And this is where our investigation really pays off. You see, the automated appraisal tools, they might tell you it's worth maybe 20 grand, maybe up to 60 grand on a good day. But our research shows that's just not what the market is paying. The reality, the hard evidence, like the $75,000 sale of Village.ai, tells a completely different story. It proves that appraisals are just a starting point. The real market is the final judge. So our final conclusion isn't based on some random guess. It's built on a foundation of evidence. It's determined by direct comparables, especially that Village.ai sale. It's backed up by incredibly strong market trends, and it's boosted by the domain's unique brand and cultural appeal, which gives it this X factor that a more generic word just doesn't have. So, the verdict is in. Based on all the evidence, we can confidently estimate the value for Janeiro.ai to be in the range of $70,000 to $100,000. The low end, that's anchored by sales like Sana.ai. The middle, that's justified by our key comparable, Village.ai. And that high end, that accounts for its unique branding power in a market that is only getting hotter.
And that really just leaves us with one last thing to think about. We've put a price on a single name today, but it really points to a much, much bigger question. As AI keeps reshaping our world, the digital real estate that defines it, the names, the brands, the identities, it all becomes more valuable by the second. Which makes you wonder, what digital real estate will be considered priceless tomorrow? Thanks for tuning in.